As previously stated, the Potlach is a versatile ceremony where chiefs invite fellow chiefs from neighboring villages to witness whatever work needs to be done. The Potlach is often referred to as a peace ceremony up and down the northwest coast. That is why Eagle Down is so important for the ceremony when you are seeing a Smatmcuks, which is a chief's headdress, or just a headdress dance. It's often misconstrued as simply for chiefs, but a lot of high-ranking and important Sisawk people also have Sisawk dances, or Smatmcuks, headdress dances. And the Eagle Down is often referred to as a symbol of peace, much like an olive branch in Greek cultures. There are 4 societies within the Laaqwmays nation. The Sisawk and the Kusut are those 2 that are referring to ceremony. Potlach was the one that was governed by the Sisawk. Potlach was so important that even the children had to know how to run and facilitate a potlatch. Thus was a ceremony for those before puberty to experience the responsibilities of hosting and running a potlatch known as the bedwetter's potlatch. An important function of the potlatch was to redistribute wealth, to avoid stockpiling and greed within Native American communities. One of the best ways to demonstrate your wealth is by giving it away. For if you have an excess and you give it to those who do not have excess, then you are therefore showing your ability to give and your ability to provide, which is much more important than the showing off of those treasures. For if you imagine the Laaqwmays nation as a pyramid, which a lot of hierarchical systems are described as, with the common people, me mostly, being at the bottom and receiving none of the benefits that come from the top. However, within Native American indigenous societies, and in Laaqwmays, the one that I am talking about, you could imagine that pyramid is flipped, whereas the poorest and the lowest common denominator is the most important because they are the most populous of the society. And so with that pyramid being flipped, now the king has to make sure that everything on the top is okay, and therefore the wealth spreads upwards and outwards, and it can go into an infinity loop where the wealth will continue to go and go and go until the chief has perished, and then he will pass those responsibilities on into the next of line. Now, potlatches were not exclusive to Laaqwmays Nation. They were practiced up and down the west coast, and that was one of the things that created such a harmonious living space thousands and thousands of years ago. War was not non-existent, however, it was not as prevalent as it is in today's society. War was something that was often avoided because of our intermarriages and our strong relationships that were built on the foundations of potlatches and feasts. Now, that has been the breakdown on the Sisawk. This is video number 2 in the Stl'mstaliwa Sisawk values. Now, I would like to end this video with a question. If you could attend a potlatch, would you rather be a part of the work, or would you rather witness the work? Because that is something that I often struggle with, is I am asked to do certain events and certain things where I know that I could be helpful, I know that I could serve some sort of purpose. However, I would rather just be a witness. That is not a luxury that I have been afforded in the past, which is kind of why I don't go out that often. But if you could be 10,000, 5,000 years ago and you were trained properly, would you rather witness or would you rather participate in a potlatch? Anyways, Laaqwmays, Smatmcuks, salutations from your, hopefully, favorite salmon belly.